Caller, we're going to dive into this. Let me open up the notes on my phone. This is actually happening. I'm going to fuck this up so hard. Let's call. No, she don't answer. Okay, I'm calling her. I'm calling her right now. I'm looking at my Discord. It's ringing. It's ringing. It's ringing. It's ringing. Let's see. It's ringing. Oh no, it's ringing. It's ringing. She just said yes just like a few minutes ago. I swear to God. She said yes again a few minutes ago. But it's only 12, okay? Okay, she didn't answer just yet. I'm still in the call. Oh, hi. She joined. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm really, dude, I have to thank you so much for this. Like, I really appreciate it.
Of course.
So, it's Nihachu, right? I just want to make sure I'm saying it right.
Yeah, it's Nihachu.
Nihachu. And you go by Niki, though? Can I call you, like, Niki for this? Mm-hmm. Is that cool?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so,
For sure.
I just want you to know, I hate interviews. I feel like with interviews, because they suck. It's like, I'm not going to sit here and be like asking you the same question you've gotten every single time. You know what I mean? You see one interview, and unless something drastically changes in their life in the course of a couple years, you might as well have seen it all, you know? And then I'm sure you've been interviewed 1,000 times. You're practically media trained at this point. You know what I mean? Yeah. See, look, I'm making her laugh, guys. That's a good sign. See, you're media trained at this point, you know? So I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to hit you with some different shit, but I promise I'm gonna be, you can ask me anything. I'll be straight up as open. I want to get right to it. Niki.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Your accent is so cool. Where are you from again?
Oh, thank you. I'm from Germany.
Oh shit, shout out to Germany, dude. That's
yeah.
Cool. Can you teach me something in German real quick?
What do you want to know?
I want to say, can you say I have no money and I live at home with my mom at 23 years old?
Oh, okay, that's a long sentence. Ich habe kein Geld und ich lebe bei meinen Eltern oder bei meiner. Okay, wait. The pressure.
She's speaking the native, like you speak it too fast. My furniture gonna start floating and shit. You know what I mean? He's casting a curse on me.
Yeah.
So what if I make it shorter? What if it's just like I have no money? I have no money.
Ich habe kein Geld.
I habe kein Geld.
Ich habe kein Geld.
Ich habe kein Geld.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I sound good, right? I sound good.
That's good. That's good.
I like that. Do you guys like? So do you still live in Germany or no?
No, I live in the UK now.
You live in the UK. How long did you grow up there for?
Well, I've moved here. When did I move here? I moved here, I think in November.
November. Oh
Yeah,
shit! So you've been in
last year.
Germany your whole life.
Well, no, not really.
Oh.
I was born in Germany, but I've moved every half a year ever since I was a baby. So I have lived in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Sweden, and Spain.
Oh, those
and
are
now
all
I
the
live in
pretty
UK.
places. They got the prettiest
Yeah.
people. Oh no. Oh no. I look ugly for LA. I'm gonna look disgusting there. I never want to visit. Everyone's like 6'4". How tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
Oh, thank God. Thank fucking God, dude. I know I would have been uncool there. Like, honestly, dude, when I was growing up as a kid, I fucking sat at the allergy table. I didn't got one goddamn allergy. You know what I mean by that? When you sitting at the allergy table with no allergies, that's what life be like sometimes, Niki.
I have no idea what that means.
Were you cool as a kid?
I was not.
Oh
cool.
shit. Okay,
No,
well, like, okay, how uncool were you as a kid? What do you mean?
Well, let's say when people in my class started partying, I was into video games.
Okay.
So for me, I was cool,
Yeah.
but for the people in my class, I was not. We had nothing in common. I was in the manga drawing club.
Oh no, you're anime kid! You're anime kid! Wait, how bad? Did you cosplay at school?
Anime.
Did you cosplay at school?
No, I've never even watched many. I'm like a normie. I haven't watched many anime.
Okay.
But those were like the only people
that would hang out with you.
Yeah.
That was your level, was the anime kids. Dude, I feel anyone that was into anime back when, like, how old are you? I'm assuming we're around the same age. Like, how old are you?
I'm 19.
God damn it, we are not around the same age. I am 23 years old. I thought hopefully, are you serious? You're 19?
Yeah, I'm 19.
You have done better at 19 than I've done at 23. I want you to know
Oh,
that.
don't say that.
No, 100% that. 100% that. And you should be proud of that. Don't be
Oh,
me.
thank you.
That is crazy. Okay, well, I still feel like 19 is close enough to like, anime is cool now. Do you know what I mean? Shit like that is cool.
Yeah.
And when we were
it used
growing
to
up,
not. That's the thing.
my
Like,
God,
I
yeah.
don't want to be like rude and be like, oh, I used to hang out with the anime kids, because back then it wasn't cool. Now it's cool. Like, you watch anime, yeah, you do you, fucking amazing.
Dude,
but back then it was not.
It was not, dude. Anyone that was an anime fan back in like before 2012 and stuff like that, you deserve the Medal of fucking Honor. Like, what do they give? Does they give them the Purple Heart or some shit like that? Like, seriously, dude, that they went through war crimes. Like, that was not cool. And I feel like because around that time is when comic books got cool. Do you know what I mean? It was like a shift. I feel like when our parents were kids, being a comic book nerd was kind of like, you know what I mean? The cringe, like people would call it that or make fun of it, which I never understood because it's always just good shit. Like, it's always just good storylines. Like, I'm a sucker for a story. Like, you said you like games, right?
I like games.
See, I like games, but I hate multiplayer. I only like RPGs. I love a story. I'm a Mass Effect motherfucker. I love Mass Effect. I will romance Garrus every goddamn day of the week. Like, every day. Do you play Mass Effect?
No, I've never played it. I've watched a few people play it, but I've never played it myself.
What games do you play?
Right now I don't play many games because, like, obviously I play Minecraft on stream.
Yeah.
Off stream I only play Valorant right now. But last summer I was really into World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Oh
shit! Oh man, you was really down bad. Oh no, World of Warcraft. Oh no, classic. Did you get back into it when it was like classic?
I did play classic.
Oh yes. Oh, I like that. That's so much fun. Oh man, how addicted? How addicted did you get?
I played it with Wilbur, right?
Yeah.
I played it with him. We played it almost every day.
Yeah. Oh shit, he plays World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
I feel like Wilbur's even tall in game. You know what I mean?
No, he played the shortest characters.
Let's go!
He was like, oh yeah, only men who are not insecure about their height can play small characters in game. And I was like, yeah, for sure.
I be telling myself that too, but I'll always make my character tall as shit. Like, I'll be honest with you, Nikki. I'm really around like. Okay, I'm gonna whisper this to you. I'm really like 5'11" on a good day, you know what I mean? But like if a girl asks me, I'm 6 foot, and if a girl I'm interested asks me, I'm 6'4" in the right lighting.
6'1"?
I'm 6'4" in the right lighting. 6'4" in the right lighting.
Oh, okay.
So ask me how tall I am, Nikki.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'4" in the right lighting, actually. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, isn't that?
Wow. That's a great height.
I would just tower over you.
That's pretty attractive. Yeah.
Thank you. She called me attractive. You know what, Nikki? Just for you, I swear I'll invest into like knee surgery or something. Like, I'm gonna call Elon Musk up.
Let's go. That's actually a thing. Did you know?
Wait, really? I can get taller?
Like, apparently that's a thing that you can like get surgery to get taller.
What? Wait, how much?
Yeah. I don't know. Probably expensive.
Would you be willing to set up a donation goal for me for my height? I swear I'll let you control whatever level you want me to be. I'll be 6'8". I'll be 7'9". I do not care. Like, I'll be anything you want me to be. I'll do it. I'll videotape the full process of it. You can give updates on each stream. You know what I mean? Like me in recovery and stuff. I gotta learn how to play basketball.
Make like a YouTube series out of it.
Did you? You know what? You seem like me. You didn't play sports growing up either, did you?
No.
No, you didn't play.
Well, I was a dancer. I was a semi-professional dancer.
Oh shit, that's a sport.
Yeah.
You be dancing. Wait, what the fuck? What kind of dances you do?
Hip hop and breakdance.
What the fuck? What kind of hip hop?
Yeah. Later, I got into taekwondo too, which is not a dance, but taekwondo. But then I had
taekwondo.
operations. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Like Joe Rogan. What the fuck? That's like really cool. Yeah, you gotta put me in like an arm bar or something. That's jujitsu. You know what I mean? You're gonna be fucking me up or something. That's cool. Like, I feel like, so if I started singing that Meg Thee Stallion song, like yada 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 yada, do you feel the beat in that? Like, do you like know how to like bust, like, you know, like dance to that or some shit?
I might. I haven't danced in probably like 3 to 4 years now, though.
Okay, 3 to 4 years. Jeez.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What happened?
I had operations, so I couldn't walk for almost a year.
Every dancer I know goes through a crazy amount of surgery. Everyone. Like, I know a ballerina, and her feet are fucked. She be pushing cinder blocks with her toes. You know what I mean? Like, she's had to get surgery on it. Oh my god. beautiful girl. She'd take off the socks come off, and you're like, God damn, put them back on, please. You're killing the vibe. It was really good in here. Like all the light got sucked out of it too. The room just turned dark and everything.
Oh, no.
Yep. Do you have lights in your room?
I do.
A bed frame?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys, the girls say.
Whoa, how long have you had a bed frame for?
I don't remember a time. Actually, I think the last time I didn't have a bed frame was when I moved out of my parents' apartment. So when I was 17.
Oh, you moved out at 17?
Yeah,
what
I did.
The fuck?
I did.
Whoa, what country were you in when you moved the fuck out?
I moved from Switzerland to Germany.
Oh, I bet the food is so good. My closest I have to Switzerland food is IKEA. You know what I mean? And that shit delicious.
That's Swedish.
Oh, that's not Switzerland? Oh shit! Wait, where is that on a map? Don't laugh. Where is that? Where is that on the map? Look, dude, I dropped out. I dropped out, Nikki. I dropped out. Where is that?
Don't worry, that's okay. That's okay. Switzerland is under Germany, next to Austria.
See, I'm part Jewish. I'm afraid to go back there.
That's mainland Europe. Oh gosh.
I am, dude. I go back there. My great grandfather gonna come back to life. Me like, the fuck are you doing, dude? I got us out of here, man. I'm afraid. So that's the two different places.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You know what, Nikki? I have another question for you. Honestly.
Okay.
So I'll be 100 with you. I'll be 100 emoji. Can you say 100 emoji for me?
100 emoji.
Okay, all my mods, make sure to fucking clip that. I'm gonna use that for a soundbite forever. Thank you so much, Nikki. But I wanna be 100 emoji. I haven't seen too much of your shit. I'll be real with you. I'll be.
That's fair.
I'll be real. And I don't watch a lot of Minecraft content. The other day I streamed on Minecraft. Man, did that help my average? Let me tell you. That flips the view. I see you guys. I see the move. I see what you're doing. I understand it. I hate the game too, but we gonna push through it. We gonna do this together. We gonna dream, everybody. Dream. Something like that. Dream. Yes. Dream. Yes. But so the only really experience I've ever had with you is like my friend Minx, and like that's for people that don't know how I even got Niki to like agree to do this interview. Is I was on Minx's podcast last week with, it was you, myself, your friend Rihanna, right? Is that her name? I'm probably pronouncing it right.
Rihanna.
Jack, Polite, H Bomber, Amrith. Like, we had this cool little podcast. She was pretty intoxicated, and I go, hey, will you do an interview? And she said yes. I did not think you would agree to that. I'll be really honest. So that is so actually cool of you. So again, my only real experience of you has been from Minx, and like I've known Minx for like, I guess almost 4 years now. And like, I mean, you know it, her career exploded like over fucking night in the course of like the past like year and some change now. Like she went from my friend of having 5 viewers, I would hang out with her in Ireland, she would come to America, to now I just see her everywhere. I mean, everywhere. And Minx and I will joke, even when her and I have fights sometimes, you know what it's like when you're not talking to someone for a month and all you do is see them everywhere? You know what that feels like? You know what that fucking feels like? Oh, that don't feel good. All the accounts with their pictures liking your shit. I'm just like, get out of my fucking head, get away. But you were one of the first like real friends that she made, and I've only ever heard good things, you know. And I know that you never know what kind of content creator, or especially streamers, I think streaming will always be exceptionally more challenging than YouTube, just for the mental toll of being live 24/7, you know. And it is such a social platform, you know. You have to make connections and do this and that, and trying to maintain all these different relationships and a live everyday thing, I think is extremely hard. But you always seem like one of the few like really genuine people that she met, and has always said really good things. So, and honestly,
that's so sweet.
Like, yeah, because even though I make fun of Minx, like I call her gross, you know what I mean? Like I can say shit that only her and I can say to each other, because we've had that dynamic forever. But I do care about her, and so you know you worry when your friend just blew up online and people they're hanging out with, but you're always one of the good people. Like your whole group, like she's always said great things about you, Wilbur, and like that whole little like friend group you guys got going on. Like I do really fuck with y'all. Y'all are good people.
Oh,
so
thank you
I
much.
will take a bullet. But the one thing that I did see of you content wise is I don't know if this was probably 2 or almost 3 weeks ago now, you were on Minx's podcast, and I joke with Minx because I'm like, motherfucker, this ain't much of a podcast. This is just people drunk and fucking going all over the place. Okay, it might as well just be another stream. You know, to me, a podcast, you're really talking about hella subjects, like subjects. But you said something on there that I actually really liked and really related to. And I honestly really kind of want to give you proper credit for, because I felt like it was a very breath of fresh air on Twitch. And you were talking a lot about like depression and self-harm and things like that. And I like that, just because honestly on my stream, I talk a lot about that stuff. Like, I don't know how you were as a kid. Again, I was an allergy table kid. I was not cool. So I grew up like my whole life as a little kid, all I did was cry. I was the world's biggest crier. Like I grew up with like just a mom. Like my dad left before I was born. I just had a single mom and shit. And I was the world's biggest goddamn crier. I would just cry and cry and cry. And I mean, I haven't talked about this on stream, but you know, I've even dealt with things like self-harm and stuff like that. And being a guy, it felt like extremely awkward and uncomfortable. And even to this day does. I mean, it's something that I still fall back on, like not even fully proudly to admit, but from time to time. And it's still a struggle. But I really liked that you were able to give an honest and open discussion about that. And I think it was, again, genuinely refreshing, especially when, I mean, you're fucking massive on here. Oh my God. You're goddamn massive. And I just think I think that's really cool. And I appreciate it, Niki.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I really do. Because obviously, like, it's hard to talk about that. And I understand everyone who does not want to talk about it. But it's an important topic. And I feel like, the fact that I do have a platform with a lot of young people, especially watching me, I want to like spread awareness to like even like the people you look up to struggle and stuff like that.
That's what I was going to ask you, especially when you're talking about like now that you realize you have a platform. Like, at what point did you realize, like, because you seem like a very I hate to use the word responsible creator, but you do seem like that. You know what I mean? You seem like someone who knows, again, like you even know, like I have a younger audience. You're well aware of your size and stuff. But when did that really kind of dawn on you? Like, hey, I got to be not just careful in terms of, I think when people think careful, it's always like, I don't want to be canceled, self-preservation, me. But I mean careful with like the thoughts and ideas and opinions you're putting out there, because things are so sensitive. When did that kind of dawn on you? Or is it still a thing?
I think the first time I actually realized that was I had a discussion with my chat about, that was like a few months ago. Like I always like was very open about my feelings and everything, like, but a few months ago I had a discussion about female content creators and the sexualization of female content creators. And that was when I realized, like, hey, I have a very young audience. I have a lot of very young women watching me. If they see people in chat sexualizing me the way that women on Twitch get sexualized, they will think that's normal. They will go through their life thinking it's normal to be sexualized in that way, and I do not want that. And that was when I realized, like, hey, I do have the platform to talk about that, and I should talk about that.
That's interesting. That's. Did you? What did you want to be when you grew up? Was it like, were you wanting to be an entertainer, like, or a YouTuber? Like, what was it?
Well, my family. I grew up in a family of doctors.
Shit. No! My mom worked the clubs. My mom worked the clubs. My daddy was a drug dealer. I swear to God. Oh no.
Yeah, like my mom was a model. My aunt was an actress. So I had like the side of like scientists and doctors, and I had the side of entertainers and models and people like I guess entertainer business.
You just grew up around beautiful geniuses. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is the coolest. What the hell? What do you got? Do you got siblings? Are they successful?
No.
I love that. Just the no. That's so fucking funny. Just no.
Well, my brother's younger than me. He's currently going through puberty.
Same.
My family struggles with addiction a lot, and my brother does too.
Okay.
So I do like have an upbringing of people around me struggling with addiction.
Same.
But going back to going back to what I wanted to be, I always wanted to be a psychiatrist. And I still want to be a psychiatrist. Just I changed like the way I want to be a psychiatrist, because I always wanted to be a psychiatrist like in a psych ward for children and adolescents. Okay. But now I want to be a psychiatrist for all my fellow Twitch streamers.
Dude, they need it. And I feel like again, when I've talked to my other friends that are streamers or YouTubers, like I'm 23 now, but I've been working with YouTubers since I was like 16 and shit behind the scenes as like a writer and stuff for like horror channels and like, true crime channels and stuff like that. And I know, like, I mean, almost all of them need to be in therapy. Like I'm a big advocate for
Oh yeah.
things like therapy. Like I've been in therapy since I was 14. Again, I'm 23 now. I'm still going, and I'll be 100 with you. I've only taken it super serious the past, like, I would say year and a half, almost 2 years now. I would say about a year and a half, 2 years, and it took me like a long time to realize that with therapy, it's about 90% you and 10% them. Do you get what I mean by that?
Yeah.
I view them as like, if we're bowling, right, and you have the bumpers on and everything, they're there to kind of guide you and hold your hand, and maybe even kind of steer you in the positive sort of direction. But ultimately, it's all about how your willingness to open up and be honest and forthcoming. And that's really hard, you know. I think that's a really hard thing. And I think it's especially hard going back into the topic of content creators with that, how you want to be a therapist or whatever for them, is that it's really hard to explain that kind of career and that kind of pressure to somebody when it's such a different kind of job and such a new thing. You know, we're still in the wild west of the internet. Making money just on YouTube alone has only been around since 2010, you know, 11 years now. I mean, and just the boom of Twitch in the past few years is insane. And I feel like it is a different kind of mental stress, not just like an actor or even anything just like that in that sort of spotlight. It's its own very unique kind of special thing. And I think it's a struggle that's really hard to even explain to people unless they get it themselves or have a lot of people like that around them.
Yeah, totally.
Just like,
And that's why I think it would be helpful, because, like, you know, we do need therapists everywhere, but I feel like with children, adolescents, like there's enough people who, you know, can do that, but there's not many people who have been through being a content creator who can,
No, I totally
yeah.
agree with that. And did you grow up in like a therapy or like anything like that?
Oh yeah, I've been to many therapists, many psychiatrists
Same.
growing up. Yeah.
Same. I've been on what's it called? What's that one medicine? It's an Zoloft. I went on Zoloft before. You ever take Zoloft? They ever put you on Zoloft?
No, I don't think so.
I don't like Zoloft. It made my vision blurry. I don't like Zoloft like that. I'll be honest. And that kind of makes me kind of want to bump into another question. I saw, again, this is my experience when it turns into like a lot of Twitch streamers and stuff, is just my friend Minx, and a thing that she's had to deal with a lot. And I feel like people, again, are so quick to just go stan culture bad and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not even gonna be there on anything like that. I wanted to more so ask, how has stan culture affected your relationships in positive and negative ways?
Ooh,
Because, like,
that's a good
just to give an
question.
example, like for Minx, like the struggle she always goes with is like back in the day, and I asked her if I could say this. She said this was okay. You know, people would always be like, call Schlatt, or they would ship her and Schlatt, and it makes it awkward and uncomfortable. And then she doesn't want to do it, or doesn't want them to feel uncomfortable, like she's using them or anything like that. And I wanted to get your opinion on that, again, in both positive and negative ways with relationships.
Yeah, I mean, I still have people donating to me, asking me if I can call Wibber.
Oh, wow.
So that's, yeah, definitely a thing. And it's been a year, and I've said it multiple times. Hey guys, we're just friends and stuff like that. And with Will and me, we don't really talk about it much. I feel like it's more like just an answer, like, you know, we don't really talk about it much. I feel like it doesn't affect us much. It does a little, though. We definitely do less stuff together because of that. But it definitely, with other friends of mine, it has been very, very stressful, because I will talk to it's mostly my male friends. Whenever I talk to one of my male friends, people will ship us, and it's like it makes it very weird, and it makes it so that it's very hard for us to stream together. Like, I love talking to my friends off stream because they're fun and they're amazing, but every time I talk to them on stream, people are gonna ship us. And it's very weird and very awkward at times. So yeah.
How did you how did you really, again, this is going to be everyone in chat, basic interviewee question. Oh my god, this one sucks. She's probably going to ask this a million times. I'm coughing my lungs out. But how did you really get your start on Twitch? Because and to my knowledge, please tell me if I'm wrong here. You were also kind of like on, what's it called, on the Austin show and everything like that. I love her host, with Minx back in the day. Is that like a big part of it?
Yeah, that's what gave me the start. That's why people still come into my chat and ask me about Wilbur, because that was that lover host boosted me from, I think, like 300 followers to 15,000 in a night.
Jeez, that is fucking insane, dude. 15,000. Wait, 50,000 or 15,000?
15.
15. I ain't even at 3,000 yet, Nikki. That is a disgusting amount of numbers. Was that scary? I would have been so scared to turn on my stream the next day. I would have like shit myself practically.
I think at that time I was very numb to it.
Yeah.
Because I was also in school, so I was stressed from school, and I just was doing my thing. I was pretty much on autopilot during that time of my life.
Yeah.
And once I realized and once I have recognized the numbers, I was already used to it. So for me, it was just like I was first very numb, then I was used to it. So it was easy. Now, actually, it is getting harder. Like back then, it was fine, but now it's getting harder because now the numbers are even higher.
Interesting.
So yeah, I don't know why.
So do you still kind of get like that a little bit of like fear and anxiety before you go on live?
Oh yeah, every time I stream, I
it gives me so
guess.
much comfort. I'm so sorry, but that makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. Like, thank God she goes through pain too. Yes.
Oh yeah. See, that's why I want to be like. That's why I want to talk to like all these content creators and tell them it is normal. I have like, how many followers do I have? Like over 1 million. I definitely have over 1 million, and I have like, I don't even know, 10K average viewers. I go through that anxiety every single time.
Yeah.
Whenever I start my stream, I still have that thought in my head of, am I being annoying? Should I just stop streaming? Why am I doing this? Like, I still have these doubts in my head, and it is completely normal I feel like for every streamer to at least have that a little bit.
That whole imposter. I'm sure you know imposter.
Yeah,
syndrome.
Imposter syndrome. Yeah.
Oh, I feel it on a daily.
We do all have imposter syndrome. Yes, 100%.
100%. And I feel like, especially, I know, like, even again, like my friend Ming, she's felt that way before. I mean, even though I have no clout whatsoever, but I mean, I've just started streaming only a couple months ago, and because I'm friends with Minx, they all follow me, so I immediately got like over 1,000 followers, and like each day I just been growing more and more, and I sit and I think to myself, I'm like, dude, I really should be sitting on this platform for 4 years with 3 viewers. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I did cheat codes. Like I'm just doing cheat codes constantly. But I do think that is a bit of it. And I mean, I cannot imagine it. Like, what were you, if you mind me averaging, if you remember, before you went on Lover Host?
I was averaging 20 to 25 viewers.
God. Oh my God. Oh
yeah.
my God.
And then I went up to, I think, 1,200.
Oh.
And then I stopped streaming for a month and I went down to 800.
Okay.
And now it's, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I saw the other day. It was, dude. So are you still in school?
No. I'm doing online school, but like I pay for it myself. It's like a private thing.
Okay, nice.
And I'm not doing it this year because I decided to focus on content creation.
Okay.
And I can always jump back on it. So like I could do school, but I'm right now not.
What kind of what's like in your mind, again, like you might not even have this answer yet, because I mean, how long have you been doing this whole streaming thing for? Like how many, like a year, 2 years, 3 more?
I'd say like almost 2 years now.
Oh my, it's still so new. Do you know what I mean though? Like that's so amazing. Do you have like plans in terms of like what do you view like the next phase in your career for, like, your wildest dreams kind of thing, like what you would really want to be able to do that you might not be able to do now or kind of not ready for yet?
I think I definitely am not ready yet to go into psychology. Okay. I think that is why like I'm kind of just procrastinating the fact that I will have even more responsibility. Yeah. I feel like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Oh yeah. That is a lot. Oh, that is a lot. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and also for me, because I've been moving so much in my life, I cannot stay in one place for a long time. So I could not have a job where I would just like have an office or something and have people like physically come to me. I would have to do it on the internet.
I think that's so cool though. I think that's such a missing, like, at least to my knowledge, a niche on Twitch like that would be really cool. And like I love open discussions. Like I'm such a weirdo. Like the way I'm talking to you right now, I swear to God, dude, if we weren't even like on a stream right now, this would be how I always talk. Like I'm an open person. Like I just think it's important. And like I think all we have are like human experiences, you know what I mean? And so I'm a big advocate in just sharing those, because let me tell you, I made a lot of mistakes in my life. Like how I learn lessons in life is I take an L.
Oh yeah.
Oh, exactly. I take constant L's. I take constant L's. And I think especially just from my own experience of not growing up with like a dad, and honestly my mom wasn't home a lot because she worked at clubs. Like my mom, like I would go to school, let's call it 7:30 in the morning, right? I would get home, it would be 3 in the afternoon or some shit like that. My mom would go to the club at like 5 in the afternoon, come home at like 4 in the morning, be sleeping. And it wasn't my mom didn't want to be around, but she was a single mom, you know, just like working clubs as a cocktail waitress and a bartender and stuff growing up in Las Vegas. So I didn't have a lot of guidance. And I feel like in some ways when that happens to you, I grew up way faster, you know, I hung out with older kids. I've had my very bad struggles with drugs and things like that. I still do. And I mean, doing things like that at way too young of an age and around a lot of bad influences, though it wasn't their fault. They were kids too. Do you know what I mean by that? They don't even realize. And I think it's kind of cool, like, that you're trying to set up a platform where you can have more open discussions like that, because I really wish I had that growing up, because I just didn't. And I think in some ways, again, I matured super faster than in other ways I was super lagged behind it. And especially emotionally, like just dealing with it. Like I said, I don't know how you were as a kid, but I was a crier. Oh, was I a crier? I'd have my mom bring friends over when I was a little kid and they would play with my toy and I'd fucking cry all day. I was just sad. I was sad. And then, you know, you get older and be like, I can't show people that shit. And then you just, you know, do it in the privacy of my room. Yeah, or eat it up. Oh, dude, I'd be suppressing some shit too. I feel you on that. Oh yeah, suppress memory, gang. And I think what's really cool is I think you do understand that you do have a younger audience and a younger platform that way, and to be able to give them that kind of back, like, hey, I hear you and I get it too, and to talk about it, like, I really do understand that, because like that's all I can offer people. I think the only way for me to especially make up for mistakes in my own past is to try to offer people advice I didn't have, or a life lesson. And I think the thing that I still realize, though, like, I have a younger friend, like my friend Xander. He's like way younger than me. I'll tell you a crazy story. I met Xander back a couple years ago. He told me he was 19, right? We've been homies for 2 years. He hits me up last year. Yo, I catfished you this whole time. When you met me, I was actually 14. I'm like, oh my God. Shit. Yeah, he just turned 17 this year. I'm like, you catfished me? What the hell? You're my best friend. But he's still my homie. God. Our dynamic a little bit changed, right? Now that I know he is 17 now, just turned 17 a couple weeks ago. Shout out to Xander. Thank you for catfishing me. I appreciate it. But the thing is, I could even understand why he did that. It wasn't he was trying to get a girl or pretend to be someone different or cooler. He met us on Discord and wanted to be our friend, but didn't think we'd be his friend because he was too young. And then he became one of the coolest guys. And he has such a deep voice, you would never know. You would never know. You would never know.
No, I've met 16-year-olds whose voices are like deeper than some 20-year-olds.
And because of that, you know, I want to help him sometimes. Like, I see him going through very similar struggles or a problem that I've been through. And, you know, sometimes he'll take my advice or he'll listen to me and I'm like, wow, I really wish someone told me that. And then sometimes he'll do the exact opposite. And I want to grab him by his throat and shake him and shake him and shake him and shake him. But I guess the thing I realized is you can't teach someone. Sometimes they just have to fall and learn themselves. And that's something I really understand. Just, again, I still to this day, I'm always learning shit. And it's just because of taking constant L's, and I have to fall to get up, you know, always, just always. But how do you feel about that?
No, I totally agree. Like, you know, I am also big on like sharing. Like, probably never, or for a long time, going to share what happened to me as a child and stuff like that, because, you know, there's some stuff that, like, even had legal stuff involved that I just can't talk about yet. But other things that I have learned growing up, especially as a woman, you know, as a woman on the internet, like, there are things that I will talk about, but I do also realize that some people need to learn the lessons themselves, because I am a person like that. My mom went back to her ex-husband. I was like, you're so fucking stupid. That is such a stupid thing to do. Guess what I did? 2 years ago, went back to my ex-boyfriend. That's fucking stupid, you know? But I had to learn it myself, you know?
Especially like, relationship shit.
Yourself. Yeah.
I mean, that's something I've been in bad relationships, and I mean, I'm sure you can understand this. Everyone is like, break up. And I'm like, yeah, that's easy for you to say.
Easy to say.
You're not in love with them, okay?
Exactly.
You're not emotionally invested, and I think
you haven't
sometimes
been through the times that they have, like, that they've been through with you.
The good and the bad and all of it, and as fucked up as it sounds, even sometimes the bad makes you even closer with them. Do you know what I mean? I mean, when they see you in your ugliest of emotions, you know what I mean? And all of it, I mean, the breakdowns, the good and the bad, that's some bonding shit, you know, in the worst way possible. And it's super easy for your friends and outsiders to be like, yo, dude, just break up, bro. You don't need that, blah, blah, blah. And it's, again, easy for you to say, hard to do. I mean, that is, relationships is hard as shit, man. Hard as shit.
Definitely.
Hard.
Like, if I ugly cry in front of you, you better know that I will not let you go that easily, you know?
That is actually so funny. No, that is true, right? And let me tell you, I have cried in front of some girls. I have, an ugly cry too. You know when you can't breathe? You catching your breath
like your snot is running down.
Oh yeah. Like, I'm just a mess. But let's be real. That sleep after a sob.
It's
orgasmic.
so good.
It's amazing. So good. You wake up, you're dehydrated, your eyes is all dry.
Like, your eyes, you can't even open them. Oh my God.
You're just
good.
It's good, and that's good. Thank you.
Feeling, it's good.
It is good. And I think it's honestly healthy. Like, I do a weird thing, and I was going to ask you if you have any weird habits. Because one of my weird habits, and I'll be honest, like, again, my real dream is to be like a writer and to make movies and shit. It's all I've ever wanted to do since I was a kid. I just want to be a filmmaker and do creative shit. And how I get into my process of things like that is I will listen to music and I pace for probably around 10 hours a day. Like, you can even ask Minx that. Minx lived with me for like 4 months when she was here in LA at the time. And I pace every single day, and especially when I'm going through shit. And it's the only way for me to honestly to get into like my emotional comfort zone, or like that emotional pool, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And especially to dive in, because I think when I don't, again, music is my really big help, especially sad music. I love making myself cry with music. Oh yeah. And I feel like when I don't do that, I think that's the difference between, like, I think it's okay to sometimes send yourself into sad spots. I think it can be healthy, even if you need to get it out, then keeping it all inside. I view it as a difference between, you can either, dive into the pool or you can drown in it, and I've drowned many times, and I would much rather be a diver and an explorer of my own emotion than just drowning and bottling it all up inside, because that's how I have my once a year freak out. You know what I mean? I got that once a year. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I get it. We don't even want to talk about that. No, I totally understand though, because I do that too. I'd say like 98% of the music I listen to is sad music, because it is such a real feeling, and it's such a feeling that you need to feel sometimes. You know.
Do you have any weird habits that way?
I mean, I definitely do that. Like, I will just. I think even before you called me, I was just sitting here listening to sad music, building in Minecraft, being sad. I do that. I definitely do that.
Yeah, I love that. No, I do that all the time. It helps me though, and I think it's honestly, I think people forget that it's okay to feel all your emotions and shit. And I think one that, like, honestly, I think the emotion that I struggle with the most, and I don't know how you are, but when I'm upset in life, like, I have friends that I'll always compare it to. When I'm upset or I'm going through something in life, I implode. I don't explode. Do you get what I mean? I'm not the dude punching holes in a wall. I'm not screaming on the top of my lungs. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna, like, I even talked about like the self-harm stuff in the past. Like, I just go as inward and as volatile to me as humanly possible. And I think even in times where I really should be upset at someone else or they wronged me, you know what I mean? I'm not talking about screaming or doing anything bad, but it is okay to even feel anger. And I think that's something I really struggle with, is even allowing myself to be mad at somebody like that. Yeah, to be angry. And I don't know, you just strike me as a person that I can't really imagine you yelling too often. I'm gonna be real.
No, I have that too, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't get angry at other people often. Like, even if other people wrong me, I will get angry at myself. I will be like, what did I do wrong? Why did I do this? Blah blah. Like, to project it towards me. And that's definitely a thing that I need to work towards, because you are allowed to be angry at other people, but once it comes to that point where I am angry at someone else, they better run. They better run.
Oh, that's see, I feel like you're like nice as shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it takes so much. It takes so much to
push those buttons.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, the lasers come out and everything like that. Oh, that's scary. Yeah. That's okay. So you like sad music. Name some sad artists you like. What kind of music or songs you listen to? Like, that's kind of like that sad shit.
Okay, so there's two directions that I can go through. Okay. I don't want to assume your music taste, but
I like a lot.
Do you know Gucci High Waters?
Yes, I do. What's wrong or what's right? I'm at a thing of light, like, should I think about? Yep, I know him. Yep.
Stuff like Lil Peep, Nothing Nowhere. My favorite artist is Flat Sound. I don't
Flat
know if you
Sound?
know Flat Sound.
I don't know Flat Sound actually. My favorite artist of all time is Death Grips. I love Death Grips.
Oh, yeah, I know Death Grips.
You like Death Grips?
Yeah,
You like
yeah.
Death Grips? What? Can you say like yeah? Can you give me a yeah?
No.
Please, Nikki, just go yeah.
Yeah.
That makes me so happy. You don't understand. My whole life, I always want to talk about Death Grips with people, and all my friends hate Death Grips. That makes me so happy, Nikki.
I don't listen to Death Grips too much, but I do definitely know him, and you know some of his songs.
That's so awesome. No, that dude, music to my fucking ears. You made me so happy. And I'll share some music you like, because since you like Gucci High Waters and Little People, like I love that sound, like that sad SoundCloud wave too, bro. I like that leaned out, you know what I mean? Sad boy vibes. I get it. Have you listened to Blady yet? You might like Blady.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah. I've been getting into Blady the past year so much. I like that sound. You know what I mean? It doesn't even make sense. And that's like, you play music. I think I've even seen you like do a little bit of like, what do you play?
I play more like, because that is like I said, the one direction. Then I have the other direction of like sad indie, like songwriters, like folk punk.
Ooh, I love Andrew Jackson Jihad, AJJ.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you like good music. Oh, okay. Hello. You got some trauma taste. That's some. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the female manipulator playlist right there on your Spotify. Oh my god, I like that. I really.
That's the
like
thing.
that.
That's the thing. Like I feel when it comes to female manipulator, like that word. Like I used to be bad in relationships.
Ooh.
Like, you know, I used to be like, it was definitely both sides that did have flaws and that were bad. But like I got diagnosed with borderline personality disorder very early on. I had a lot of like attachment issues, a lot of like emotional issues. I would be emotionally unavailable 1 second, and the next second I would be like, why did you not come?
Dude, I feel you on that on a spiritual level. Yes. Yes.
But I can now like proudly say that a lot of those issues I have overcome, definitely. But like even if not, I am aware of them, you know?
Yep. No, I think especially, again, going back into not always being on the best side of the relationship, I think it took me, again, a long time to learn. I'm still learning. I'm not that much older of life that figured out. You know, I'm only 23 still. I feel old as shit though. Let me tell you, a hard 23. Drugs age me up.
I'm 19 and I feel old as fuck.
Oh, fuck, you've been through it. You've been through the trauma. You's 10 years older, Nikki. Okay, you is 10 years older. Yeah, exactly. And I think it took me a long time, especially to realize in relationships, is not just gunning for it, you know. That puppy love phase is addicting and it's scary, and you really need to get to know somebody, and it took me a long time even to be able to tell somebody that, you know what I mean, to be like, hey, this is great, I like where it's at, but let's just see what happens. Let's not rush into anything like that. And it's not to hurt anyone's feelings, or so I can play the field and talk to this girl or that girl, because I talk to no girls. Look, I'm lucky when I get one wanting to call me on Discord. I am very lucky. I'm not greedy. I'm not a greedy man. But I think it's scary. And especially when, you know, as you get older, you realize, again, I was a selfish young person, my relationships too in the past, you realize you're not the only one that feels. You're not the only one that's upset or can hurt or this, that. Even when you think they're being such a dick or anything like that, they're a person too. And the scariest dynamic you can ever get into is the power play dynamic. And I don't know if you've ever been that. Yep. The power play. Scary. Not fun. Not fun. When you know it's like, oh, they promised you're going to do this or that, and it's like you didn't, and you can tell they're punishing you, or maybe you've even been on the opposite side of punishing them, and you don't even realize that you're being fucked up, you know? And it takes a lot of just, I think for me, again, it takes me just getting fucked up in relationships to be like, so that's how I was wrong in that one, and in that one, and in that one, and in that one. Because, you know, I'm not a religious person. I don't even know if I even really believe in karma or anything like that. But sometimes I do. Sometimes I definitely believe in karma, because I feel like anything I've ever put out there, I have eaten 10 times fold and taught and like learned the life lesson many times. Many times. I'm like, that's why they were upset at me 3 years ago. You know what I mean? It's like shit like that all the time. And I don't know if you can relate to that at all. I feel like you do.
No, definitely. I don't think I've ever been in like the power play dynamic where I put it out because I never even understood that
Yeah.
until my last relationship because he was like that. He was like whenever like I streamed for half an hour more than I was supposed to, he would be horrible
Oh
and stuff
God.
like that, you know.
Oh God. How
And
long
like
did y'all date?
that was the guy I went back to. So I like we we didn't date for too long. I had a crush on him for 3 years. Then we
My
dated
life.
for
That's
half.
me. That's me. I'll be having a
Yeah,
crush for 4 years. Yep.
yeah,
Yep. Yep. Then God gives it to you. You're like, I can't fuck this up. I like this person for
exactly.
so long. Yep.
Just goes wrong.
Oh yeah.
And then like we didn't talk for 2 more years, and then we got back together, and then it was just all like the same thing again.
And you don't.
Um,
Yep.
yeah, like you don't learn from it. Like that's the thing. Like when I got back to him, I was like, oh, I'm sure he changed. It's been
Yep.
so long. It was the same shit again.
And that's the thing I was gonna say is wanting change. Like if you're, again, this had to many life lessons I've had to learn with this one too when it comes into relationship. And this doesn't even have to be, about a partner. This can just even be with friends or maybe even your own parents or any sort of relationship you're struggling with. Is sometimes you're gonna hope and go back into something to be like, maybe I can change them or maybe they will change. And the thing is, I don't even think it's not that people can't change, because I do think people can change. I think it's
Mhm.
you should never go into something wanting them to be something they aren't, because they can't
Yeah.
realistically live up to that expectation, and it's almost not fair for you to ask. Even if they're really a bad person, you just have to realize if they're not the person who you want to be with right now, and whatever that means, then they probably aren't for you. You know what I mean by
Yeah.
that? And I think it's something
Yeah.
that it's really hard, especially when you're in love, or maybe it's just a friend and you've known them for years and you've always been great friends and this, that, and the other. But sometimes you just have to learn to when be like, yo, enough is enough. I need to get the fuck
Mhm.
out of here for both of us, because we're just making each other shitty people.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
it's
Yeah, that's the
hard.
thing. Like relationships, they're supposed to bring out the best of both people, but
Mhm.
sometimes at some point it will turn around and it will bring out the worst of them. And that
Yes.
is when obviously it's very hard to realize and it's very hard to get out of it. But once your relationship brings out the worst in you, that's where you should realize, hey, that's not good. I should
Exactly.
not be here. Yeah.
Exactly. No, Nikki, you are such a cool fucking person to talk to. Let me tell you, I did not. I thought this shit was gonna be awkward. I'm like, this girl gonna hate me. She gonna despise me. I
Oh,
really want to. I cannot appreciate this enough. Like seriously, this is like really cool of you. And I'll make the next last few questions kind of cool, because I'm a weirdo. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I'm a bit of a weirdo. I like acid. I'm a weirdo.
Mhm.
And I was gonna ask you, what's your favorite conspiracy theory? And if
Oh,
you don't
I
have one,
don't
I have
think
one.
I have one. Yeah, I don't think I have one.
Oh man, let me tell you, I have a many. Okay, I have been down
Okay.
many rabbit holes, but I'm on a new one as of late. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so before I even get into this, how do you feel about aliens? Let's be real.
Oh, no, I do think aliens exist, definitely. But I don't like, okay, sorry, but I don't think that's a conspiracy theory.
Okay,
We
okay.
can't be alone
Well,
here.
no, where you're here, where I'm gonna take this, you're gonna be like, Jagger, you were out of your mind, but I want you to try to stay on the same page. Okay,
Okay, no, I have an open mind. I will listen.
Okay, and I'm sure lately you've seen some of those videos with like the UFOs and shit like that, and then like the US Pentagon coming out and going like, yo, we don't even know what these are. Like, I don't know if you saw that, but US Pentagon about a year ago confirmed that they have footage of UFO, unidentified flying objects. They put it out. It was all over all the major news outlets and everything. They're like, we don't even know what this is, but here you go. And so it makes you think like, okay, are they from this, that, and the other? Are they from a different dimension? Blah, blah, blah. I hit two wrong rabbit holes, Nikki, and now I have a theory.
Okay. Okay.
Hear me out. What if aliens are from Earth, but they're not humans?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I know that sounds weird. Okay, and I know people in chat are gonna think that's weird, but let's just think about this a little bit. Okay, why the fuck does that craft or whatever have to necessarily not be from Earth? My thing is, okay, again, wrong rabbit hole. It's not that I totally believe this. I just like looking down this stuff. Have you heard about lost civilizations on Earth?
Yeah.
Do you know
Like,
much about like the Sphinx and things like that?
uh, yeah, exactly. I don't know much about that,
So
but I've heard about it.
basically, they think the Sphinx is extremely older than what they believe it is because of water erosion that they found on it. And water hasn't been on that side of the Nile in like, I don't know, I'm gonna make up a number, like an extra 50,000 something years, like way before people could have ever have built that. And I'm not trying to go, it was aliens, ancient aliens, UFO came down, built the pyramid and shit. What if there was just people that were significantly smarter, right? And now here's where the rabbit hole gets even crazier. Do you know about the Antarctic?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you know what 80% of the meteorites we get from Earth, over 80% of them, are from the Antarctic? And it makes sense when you think about it. It's the Earth's freezer, right? It's a big old icy place. Anything that's going to fall there, you're going to stay preserved. It's where they go and find like half a mammoth and shit like that. And again, it's a place that only scientists and allied countries are allowed to visit to. You can't really go and visit there. They take tours outside of, and I think you can stand on one little spot, but you can't just go vacation, to the Antarctic or anything like that.
Right.
Well, since, shout out to climate change, the ice caps melting and whatnot, there's been a lot of stuff melting over there, a shit ton of melting. And one of the weird things, again, this is all those weird conspiracy theory channels, there looks like there's a pyramid coming out. Because what people don't know is that in the Antarctic used to be lush and green. It used to be a lush green jungle. Like this is, again, going back millions and millions and millions of years ago. Lush and green and beautiful, continental drift and whatnot. And then obviously drifted off, became the coldest goddamn place on the earth. But that makes a question. What if there was some sort of, call it man-made structure, but if there was some sort of pyramid there, and that'd be before it was all icy and shit, that means it was millions of years before people could have ever built it. And so my thing is, what if they never left? What if they were just so far, what if there was something else on Earth that was just so far advanced, and maybe they come and go as they please, but they've still been here just once in a while. You know what I mean? But it doesn't have to be from Mars or this planet or that planet. Or I'm just fucking crazy and out of my mind. But then to me, that would make sense of things when people go, oh, maybe the pyramids are way older, or the Sphinx, did they really build that or that? It's like maybe it was just somebody else. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I don't know much about the things, like obviously I haven't read into those things or haven't seen any videos about those things. So I can't really tell you, oh yeah, that's true and that's not. Obviously I couldn't, even if I did, I couldn't tell you that's true or that's not.
Yeah.
But, that's fair enough that makes sense for you. And, if that's what you believe.
It's not okay. No. I don't believe it. No. It's not that I believe it.
Okay. If that's what you, if that's a theory.
I like to smoke weed and think about that. You know what I mean by that?
Fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like just tripping out over something like that, And then I get scared. Like, are you afraid of AI?
No, I don't think I'm afraid of it. So what you need to know about me is I am not afraid of many things, because I could wake up tomorrow and be dead and I'd be like, yeah, I had a good run.
How you wake up dead?
If I just don't, if I'm just
wake
dead,
up a ghost or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. But I could just die and be like, oh yeah, so that happened. Like, yeah, that's okay. I'm not afraid of many things because I take things as they are. So I'm not afraid of like AI taking over in a few years. I'd be like, yeah, okay.
I'm so scared. I'm so the opposite. I'm the biggest bitch. I'm so fucking scared. I'm terrified. I hate fucking spiders. I always tell a girl that there's a couple things about as me as a guy. Look, I grew up with just girls. And my mom was like a hella girly girl. Like that's why like Minx is like my best friend. All my really super close friends have always been girls. It's just always been easier for me. I didn't grow up with a dad. I don't know how to talk to guys, honestly. Boys don't like me. So it's just always been easier. I always tell girls when I get a girlfriend, I will never kill the spider for you. I'm not going to step on the roach for you. I don't know how to change your tire. I know nothing about cars. I guess I'll help you move. I'm going to complain and bitch about it the whole time. And I expect to get a Subway sandwich afterwards. But I'm not that kind of type. Like, are you the kill the spider type? Or, well, you probably save them. You're a good person.
Yeah, I'd save the spider. I'd take it on a piece of paper and I'd put it outside.
Are they poisonous over there?
No, they're not.
See, that's what you ain't never dealt with a black widow before. You ain't never.
Oh no,
dealt with,
I would. That's where I would draw the line. That's where I'd move out. I just move out.
I just move out. That's
your house now.
That is so funny. So have you ever been to America?
I've never, no.
Well, if you ever
look
hear,
up Hollow
let me
Earth
know.
Theory and Roko's
Sorry, someone just donated me money. So they just said, look up Hollow Earth Theory. I will not look up a Hollow Earth Theory. We're not getting into Hollow Earth or Flat Earth. I refuse to go down those rabbit holes, because that's when I need my mom to check me into rehab or something, because that's just too far. That is just too far. But you've never been to America, eh? Oh, hi. Okay. What do you mean? Why not America? What's wrong here?
It just never really was an option.
Where would you want to go?
I want to go everywhere. I want to go see all of America.
Same.
I have a lot of friends like everywhere in America. I want to go to TwitchCon. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, definitely.
wait, you haven't. Wait, you got to experience none of your clout at a TwitchCon.
No, I haven't.
What the fuck, dude? That's gonna
Uh-huh.
be so crazy. I'm gonna be lined up at the tier 3 line. I'm here for my queen. I'm here first, okay? I have the SMP Dream t-shirt out of my way. I'm listening to Wilbur's music right now on Spotify.
Oh
I will
gosh.
be front of the line like that. I will be front of the goddamn line, dude.
Let's go.
Let's go. Do you have merch or some shit? Do you sell anything?
Not right now. My merch store is currently closed, and I'm working with a new company.
Oh shit.
But soon yeah.
And you know what? To answer your
sell
question,
merch.
Nikki, I will model for you.
Oh,
I
let's
will
go.
model. I will model. But my stipulation is I only want crop tops and booty shorts.
I don't have those. You could like maybe cut it up yourself.
Oh, would that be okay? Because I've thought about that. Like,
Yeah,
'cause
sure.
since I mean, for you guys, you don't know this, but Nikki's been in my DMs nonstop. Like Jagger, please model for me. Like
Please,
everyone's asking.
Jagger.
Yes. And I'm like, okay, I will. Like I had to do this like photo shoot with Corpse Husband. I was doing all of his, clothing, and now I got to do this one. Okay, I guess I'll model for your clothes too. Like I'm amorous double, my body double sometimes on stream. People don't even know that, and I guess I will do it. Under the condition again, like I can cut it up, like like Kanye sells some shit as much as like cuts in a shirt or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. What kind of fashion do you like?
I wear a lot of
You're wearing something right now, right? You're not just in your socks.
well, right now I'm wearing just an oversized t-shirt.
Oh hell yeah, I feel that.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
wear a lot of
girlfriend look.
oversized stuff, but that's only because I gained a lot of weight during quarantine, so I've been
Same.
very self-conscious.
Oh hell yeah, same.
Normally I wear like a lot of turtlenecks, a lot of like old sweaters. I get basically the stuff you buy in a thrift store.
Oh, you be thrift shopping?
Yeah.
Oh, ooh, I like a girl with a budget. You know yourself a good. You can find yourself a steal, eh?
Dude, I'm the worst because like I cannot enjoy because obviously I'm a streamer, I make money, but I cannot enjoy that because when I moved out of my parents' apartment, I starved. I ate air for dinner because I
Ugh.
couldn't afford it. I
Ugh.
had rice and soy sauce as my only meal every day for half a year because I couldn't afford any food. And
Oh
now
my
that I have
god.
money, I still can't enjoy it because I'm still in the mindset of I have to save money because I don't have money. What do I do if I don't have money?
You're
You
literally
know?
like, when rappers talk about I was sleeping on the floor and shit before the booth popped off. You know what I mean? Like you seem
Yeah.
like, yeah, you was on the floor, Nikki. I
Yeah.
feel that because I'm living in Las Vegas right now. I grew up here, but I was in LA for a few years. I even lived in England for like 6 months at one point in my life. That's how I met Minx originally. But I've been back in Vegas now for a while, and I was depressed and I had no money. My fridge, literally for 2 weeks, was a bag of lettuce, a whole like packet of Diet Coke, and a bunch of water. You know what I mean? Like, and I
Yeah.
survived off of it. And let me tell you, I kind of low key like living like that. Like, I'll be fucking
Dude, me
honest with you.
too. That's the thing. Like, I live with a housemate right now. I live with Rihanna right now. But one day when I move back in on my own, I will
Yup.
save here and there, and I will eat
Yup.
my rice with soy sauce every day, even though now I can afford it because it humbles you. I feel like,
Yes, it does.
like
It does.
yeah, I like humbling myself. Like talking about like weird like things I do. I like humbling myself. I look at those hate comments and I'm like, yeah, you're fucking right. Say those mean things to me, please. Like stuff like that.
That
Yeah,
is so
I don't
funny.
know.
That is actually
Yeah.
so fucking funny. No, dude, I see. I like that. I even like the few times I've been on like Minx's like videos or anything, I will go and I swear to God, even when I'm on like Minx's stream or even after this stream, I will go and this is how weird I am, and I will watch my VOD and try to read every fucking thing someone says. Like that's how much of a crazy like I think honestly part of it is narcissism, if I'm being 100 with you. Like my narcissism is in weird places though, because I don't think like I don't have much of an ego. Like I don't think I'm the smartest guy or the greatest looking or the best or this, that, and the other. But like for example, I think if I go to I think if I go to Egypt right now, I go stand inside the Great Pyramid of Giza, it's gonna start unlocking like a Rubik's Cube or some shit. Like we've been waiting for you, Jagger. Like I'm the chosen one. You know what I mean? Like I think weird shit like that. You know, like if this is a simulation, I'm the main character. Okay, I am definitely the main character.
Let's go, Jagger.
Let's go. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. I'll tell them to give you some cool cheat codes soon. You can do anything you want. You know, add a rocket launcher. That'd be sick. But I guess you're so fucking. Thank you for letting me do this. So stupid.
No, of course. No, of course.
This is so fucking actually funny, dude. And again, I won't keep you for too long. I only have a few more things.
I have all night. Oh,
you shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. I'm fine, really. All I did today was build in Minecraft.
I have a question for you. After I finish up these questions, for like, you don't even have to stay long. For like 10 minutes, do you want to hop on my Minecraft server with me? It's just you and I?
Sure.
Oh my god. My server is called the XTC SMP. You know, like I'm trying to get as much. Oh yeah, trying to get that clout. Oh hell yeah. So we're gonna play Minecraft with you. Again, do not feel obligated. I swear to God, it is okay. You do not have to say yes. But if you don't, I will cry right now on a live stream in front of like almost 400 people, and they're gonna remember that and clip it, and they're gonna be like, "Wow, Niki, wow."
That's good. That gives you promotion. You can say like, "Nihachu made me cry," like you know.
It does. Oh, by the way, say hi to the YouTube video, by the way, because this is you're gonna be my first video ever. This is the first interview video, and I really goddamn appreciate it because you know, in all honesty, I could have asked Minx for a long ass time. You know what I mean? But that's so easy, you know? Like, I know her. You know what I mean? Like, she shits in my bathroom, you know? Like, I know this girl. Like, I know I've had to hand her TP through the door before, you know? Like, there's nothing that she's gonna hit me with that I'm gonna be like, oh, wow. You know what I mean? Like, I really like getting to know you. It's fun to explore a new person like that. And I guess I'm gonna ask you one more thing. I want a funny, embarrassing childhood memory, and I can start if you're not comfortable, like a funny one. Don't gotta do some trauma. We can be funny here.
Okay. There's one that I like telling that on stream because I think it's very funny and always gives good reactions. So like I said, I have a younger brother. He is 2 years younger than me. So when I was 2, when I was 3, he was 1.
Oh hell yeah.
And we were laying in my mom's bed, as you do as like children, you know, just laying in my mom's bed. And he just decided all of a sudden to take up all the space in the bed.
Okay.
And it annoyed me. It annoyed me so much, so I bit him. And he started crying. So my mom came in, and she was like, "Why is he crying? Why is your brother crying?" And I obviously I didn't want to get any. You know, I didn't want her to be mad at me. So I was like, "Yeah, he bit himself."
What the fuck?
The only problem with that was that he had a bite mark on his butt cheek.
Ah, you bit his ass? You bit your brother's ass? Why'd you bite his ass?
I don't know. I was 3.
You bit his ass, dude. Oh, fuck that. Oh my god, that is he needs to go to therapy. That is fucking hilarious. Oh.
That was the last time, or that was the time where I realized I should not lie to my mom anymore.
Right, dude. I see. That's another thing. I have a disgustingly open relationship with my mom in terms of just honesty. Like, again, like I've said, like I've struggled with drugs. Like I still fuck up from time to time with that, you know. But any sort of substance or anything I was ever on or fuck up, I've always tell my mom. Like I'll just be honest with you. I'm on this right now, or I did this last night, or blah blah blah. And I don't know if you have that same. Again, it doesn't have to be about drugs per se with parents, but being very open. And I think I've always liked that. Like I've never felt like I had to lie to my mom about some shit. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you feel the same way.
No, I had a time where I did not talk to my mom at all, but now that I moved out and I have like the distance to her, I tell her everything.
Yeah.
My mom she knows everything.
She knows everything. Is she like your best friend?
I I'd say so, yeah.
Cute.
I do call her and I do cry about things to her. Yeah.
Oh, same. I don't have to call my mom. She's next door. I just knock on her door. I gotta ask her. I cry asking her for $50 to go to get some weed at the weed store here, bro. So I
my mom,
definitely.
that's something, like, some things my mom doesn't know about me, like especially like things I did during the time where I did not talk to her,
Yeah.
because I grew up in Berlin. Berlin has a huge drug problem. I have tried many drugs, like
Same.
when I was way too young to do that. And I
Same.
don't like talking about that because, like, obviously I have a young audience. But, like,
Yes.
yeah, I did that and I've tried all of that. And my mom does not know. But I feel like
Interesting.
it's something, because I don't do it anymore and it was never a problem. I feel like it's something she doesn't need to know.
Yeah, there is some shit that you're like, my mom's better off not knowing that. You know what I mean? Like yeah, like I mean, I mean, I guess my mom knew, but I was gonna say, like, I've been jumped before. My mom knew when I got jumped, but there's been even other times like that. I'm like, I think it's gonna freak my mom out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I go and tell her about this crazy situation in life, like, there's just some shit. I'm like, as an adult now, I'm like, there's just no need. There's just no need to do that to your parent. But I mean, I definitely feel you on the drug thing. Again, not even getting you much into this topic, but just of my own self, because it is something I've talked a bunch about stream. But, like, I mean, I was experimenting with drugs at a way too young of an age. Like, the first time I ever got high, my babysitter got me high, and I was like 11 years old.
What?
I was literally like
Wow.
11, and they would get me high because they thought it was funny. And honestly, I know it's wrong of them, but I'm not angry at them or upset at them because they were kids. Do you know what I mean by that? Not that I would have done that as a kid. I had the better knowledge not to. It's very shitty, not good. And then it just kind of set me on a really just dark path. And, like, when I get depressed and everything, it's my crutch. Like, I fall into just going down that dark rabbit hole. And then, I mean, I've been good now for about, what month are we in? September. I've been good now since September. Let's go. Let's go. No more cocaine. I mean, yes, let's go. But, it is a constant struggle. And I you know what, Nikki? I like that you're an open person, because you feel like, again, I'm super open too, and you feel like me that way, but, like, because you got the kid audience and shit, like, you got to do it in, like, a different way. You know what I mean? Like, I can talk about wild stuff, but I really like it. I misjudged the Minecraft community. I'll be honest with you. I thought this shit was different, but you're chill as hell, Nikki. You're actually chill as hell.
Thank you.
Can you say one thing for me to wrap up the YouTube video part of this?
Of course.
Will you say JaggerXTC down bad?
JaggerXTC down bad.
Yes. Thank you, Nikki. I thank you so much. And then, real quick, before we play Minecraft, I promise them I'll ask them, like, they get to ask you 3 questions. I'll read them. So, chat, do you have any questions for Nikki that you want me to ask her real quick before we go and hop into some Minecraft real quick, so I can steal her for more clout and content? It's in on it.
I find that so weird, because I don't, like, you can try and clickbait me. I don't think I'm a quick clickbait worthy.
You have not met me. I will do my best. Trust me. Trust me. Let's see. What is your favorite animal? Someone asks.
Elephants.
Oh, they got the memory. Animals. They got the memory. They can paint.
Yeah, they're just amazing. They're cute.
Yep.
Have you ever seen baby animals? They're so cute.
Baby elephants are so fucking cute. They are the cutest goddamn thing in the world. Let me see. Okay, how is it like being previewed as a soft PG content creator? Someone asked. Like, do you like that kind of stigma? Do you want people to think, like, that you're, again, this is them saying soft and PG. Yeah. Like, that's not really my words, but how do you feel about that?
I find it very interesting, because I'm just myself. Obviously, like, everyone, like, there's, like, streamer mode that every streamer has. Whenever we start streaming, we get more energetic. We get, like, more of an amplified version of ourselves. Obviously, I have that too, but I am, like, just trying to be myself. It's very interesting that people think I am PG, because I do swear. Swear, but even when I talk to my friends, it's like, whenever they realize I just swore, they're like, I don't think I've ever heard you swear. I'm like, you just don't think I do. Like, you just, But I do swear. I am just being myself. I'm doing the same jokes that I would do outside of streaming, like stuff like that. Yeah. So I find it very interesting that people see me as a soft PG streamer, because I am just being myself.
You're just being you, and they just happen to take it as soft and PG. Yeah,
exactly.
Like, do you cuss on your streams even?
Oh yeah, I say fuck and shit and stuff like that. With
your accent, that's so fucking funny. I say fuck and shit and so fucking funny. Oh, that's the most American shit about me is like my humor is always going to be ha 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 other accent. You know what I mean? Like
you don't speak this natively.
It's so fucking true, dude. I love that shit. And then one more question. Someone asked, but I'm going to change up their question because they asked you what your favorite memory is, but I want to change it up. What is your favorite streaming memory been?
Ooh, I have a lot of like very good memories with streaming, and a lot of things that I'm very, very thankful for streaming with streaming. But I think one thing that I will never ever forget was going back to the topic of money, was the moment that I realized I can pay my rent and I can pay myself food without having to ask people every month for like a loan, for money,
I
for
know that
lending me
feel.
something.
I'm still on that. I'm still trying to get there. I know that feel, dude.
Dude, once you get there.
Oh, I know. Because honestly, like I swear, like the whole joke of my stream is that I'm down bad, I'm a loser, blah blah. But I have done things in life. I've had a career, but you know when it's a creative thing in writing, like I've made money before. It's it's feast or famine, and right now I'm in a famine. I'm in a bit of a famine, a hard famine. Like it's a very dry summer right now in terms of if I'm a farmer, ain't no rain coming. The crops is dead at the moment. But this Twitch shit it's been really fun, honestly, dude. And I'm gonna call you a homie now. I think you're a homie now.
Aww.
So I really appreciate it. And let's hop onto Minecraft. And again, you don't have to stay for very long. I appreciate this shit. Like so much, Niki. And if you need to go get some water, you can go do that. Get in, you can go bathroom, anything you want, while I go and open that up for us, and I'll send you the server IP.
What version is it on?
Vanilla, just like me.
No, okay. No, I mean 1.16, 1.15.
Oh shit. Let me open up the Minecrafts and
open up your launcher, and then it should say it.
Okay, let me open up